Mythologies, welcome to a new video. Today we are doing another episode of Discord suggestions. This one is very similar to one that we've already done. In fact, it was the first episode on the series. It was even suggested by the same person, Ace, who says, do the opposite with this one, choosing your least favorite new characters from every game. This is a reverse of the first video I did on the series, which was choosing my favorite new character from every Mortal Kombat game. This time, we're picking the worst one. This should be easier? It should be easier, right? Hopefully. Because if it was harder, that means there's more options to choose from. But Mortal Kombat is a good series with good characters. So, realistically, this should be easier. Because it should just be easy to see which characters are clearly the worst ones. Unless just all of them are good. In which case it's harder. I don't know, we'll see, but without further ado, let's get started. Actually, one more thing that I forgot to mention last time is that I will only be taking playable characters here, or characters that were introduced, then later became playable. I won't be taking into account characters like the Elementals from Sub-Zero Mythologies, or No-Face from Special Forces, because they haven't returned in a Mortal Kombat game since, and they were never playable. But characters like Serena and Tremor do count, even though they were introduced in a game which they were not playable. They later became playable in the series, so yeah. But now let's get started with Mortal Kombat 1. I think this is pretty obviously between two characters. We have Kano or Reptile. I mean, come on, look at the competition. You got the Trinity, the Mortal Kombat main characters, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade. You got Raiden, the Thunder God. Like, come on. You have Shang Tsung, the main villain of at least the first game. Then you have Goro, the champion of Mortal Kombat, and obviously Scorpion and Sub-Zero, so these other characters just don't stack up to them. But who is better, Reptile or Kano? Well, neither of them have done anything particularly important in the story. The Black Dragon are mainly just there to job to everyone, just have some goons to fight. And Reptile, he is the goon to fight. In fact, I'm pretty sure the one time Reptile was important, he died. So sucks for him, I guess. So when it comes down to the wire like this, we gotta look at who's more iconic and who has more potential, and I think it goes to Reptile. I mean, pretty much every single one of Reptile's very different designs have been iconic in some way. Like the human one, everyone loves the human one. I don't understand why, but a lot of people do. Then you have the half-human reptile hybrid thing. Everyone knows this as the default Reptile. And then there's the giant iguana Reptile, where it's like, hey, remember that time Reptile was just a giant lizard? Yeah, I remember that. That was weird. And plus, Reptile just has a more interesting backstory with more potential to it. Just sucks that it's never been tapped into. Kano only really has one iconic thing about his design, and that's the metal plate. But clearly, it's not that important because in 2021, he didn't have the metal plate, but he was still like the fan favorite character from that movie. But other than that, he doesn't bring much to the table, so Kano, you are the worst character from Mortal Kombat 1. Now, Mortal Kombat 2, I think this one's obvious for me personally, Baraka. Look at the other characters from this game. You have Kung Lao, Jax, Kitana, Melina, Smoke, Noob Saibot, favorite character, poster. He's right here, I don't think you can see him. Right here, action figure. He's right here, he's on a bunch of these posters. Okay, my favorite character personally. You have Jade, like, so many iconic Mortal Kombat 2 characters that I'm probably forgetting one. Shao Kahn, Kentaro. Kentaro's. You know what, now that I think about it, Kentaro's the worst character. I was gonna say Baraka, but now that I think about it, now that I remember him, Kentaro's the worst Mortal Kombat 2 character. I mean, think about it. He's unoriginal. He's literally just a tiger version of Goro. He has basically no story. Like, at least Baraka has some stuff to go off of, like Mortal Kombat 11. Sorta, kind of redeemed him a little bit, but Kentaro, he's only been playable in like 2 games. One of them was Trilogy, which didn't have a story at all. And then the other one was Armageddon, and I have no idea what his role was in that story, so it probably wasn't a very big one. But yeah, if it weren't for Kentaro, then Baraka would be number 1 because the ultimate Mortal Kombat jobber. What else can I say? Now on to Mortal Kombat 3, and if you disagree with me here, then you are stupid, you are dumb, you're an imbecile, you're an idiot, you have low IQ. I mean, when you have Nightwolf, and Sindel, and Shiva, and Cyrax, and Sector, and Cyber Smoke, and Cabal, and Motaro. Kind of sucks. But you know who really stands out of all of them as the worst? A cop. A cop with a backwards hat that he thinks makes him look cool, but really just makes him look like...
How do you do, fellow kids?
Stryker is the worst character from Mortal Kombat 3, and if you disagree, then you need to get a CRI scan. Now on to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. There was only 2 new characters in this game, so unfortunately, the pick for worst Mortal Kombat character from UMK3 is gonna go to Rain, because I'm not picking him over Ermac, okay? Now for Mortal Kombat Trilogy. There's once again only 2 new characters from this game, and it's Chameleon and Chameleon. And I'm gonna pick Chameleon because this Chameleon isn't as Chameleon as the other Chameleon. Basically what I'm trying to say is that Chameleon with a K has less people in her, sounds wrong, than Chameleon with a C. Now on to Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. And I'm gonna pick Serena. Okay, please don't attack me, Serena fans. I know you're not quite on the level of Melina, but any female character in Mortal Kombat has a very savage fan base. Listen, I like the idea of Serena more than a character like Quan Chi or Shinnok. She has a more interesting base story. But she's only been in 3 games, and only one of those appearances was actually playable. She just needs to get more experience, more to her, before she can be above characters like Shinnok or Quan Chi. Even though I don't like them very much. Now Mortal Kombat 4, wow, we got a lot of options here. You got Reiko, and Tanya, and Kai. But of course, I'm gonna have to go with the classic, Jarek. This dude is literally just a copy of Kano, but now he has 2 laser eyes instead of 1, making him better. Was it ever explained why Jarek has laser eyes? Like, he's just a normal dude, no cybernetic enhancements or nothing. So, like, how is he able to do this? Whatever. It's dumb, which is why Jarek is the worst Mortal Kombat 4 character. Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Wait a second. There's only 1 new character in this game that actually came back later, and that's Tremor. But I put Tremor as my favorite character from Mortal Kombat Special Forces. So he's going to have to simultaneously be the best and worst from this game at the same time. You know, I guess that's fitting for Special Forces. It's a very strange game. Now on to Mortal Kombat Suhao. And now we got Mortal Kombat Deception. This game actually has quite a lot of options to choose from. I think out of the 3D era, it definitely has the worst new characters. I mean, Cobra, Kira, Darius, Hotaru. They just suck. Havoc's pretty cool though. But the worst of them all is Dairu. I dare you to go out to any Mortal Kombat page, group, community, subreddits, whatever, and ask them to name as many things about Dairu as they can. I bet no one, absolutely no one, will be able to name more than 3 things. I'm daring you guys. If anyone, like, in the comments, in this video, try and name more than 3 things about Dairu. Go ahead. Try. And it can't be anything super obvious like, his name is Dairu, or he breathes. No, doesn't count. And now Mortal Kombat Armageddon. There's only 2 new characters from this game. Last time I picked Taven, so unfortunately Dagon, even though he's a pretty cool character, is gonna have to be the worst character from this game. What can I say? He's just the lesser of the 2 brothers. Mortal Kombat 9. This only has 2 characters once again, and last time I picked Scarlet, so Cyber Sub-Zero, unfortunately, even though I think you're a pretty cool character, I don't understand the hate, you're gonna have to be the worst character from this game. Scarlet was just iconic immediately on impact, so Cyber Sub-Zero, unfortunately, you just can't stack up to that. Like, everyone hated you for a good while, so you're the worst character from Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat X, woo! Another game with a lot to choose from. I mean, what, you have Veritor, Kotal Khan, in my personal opinion, all of the combat kids suck. So who will I pick? Well, I think you guys know. We have D'Vorah, the worst character from Mortal Kombat X. Oh, I'm gonna kill all your favorite legacy characters completely unearned. Hooray! I'm gonna murder all these iconic people that you've learned to love over like 30 years. And I'm just gonna kill them. Brutally. Even though I have little to no connections with them at all. It's just ridiculous, man. D'Vorah, cool concept, but story just absolutely dive-bombed her. Mortal Kombat 11 has 3 not great characters. Last time I said Collector was the best because he had the least to do with all the Kronika stuff. So here, I'm going to do the character with the most to do with all the Kronika stuff. It's actually kind of a competition between Garrus and Cetrion, but I'm going to go with Cetrion. I just don't like her as much as... just don't like her at all. I don't know. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. I mean, Cetrion is an elder god, but she's the daughter of Kronika. But that doesn't make sense because Kronika did not exist at the beginning of just all reality. But Cetrion would have had to because at the beginning of all reality, it was just the elder gods and the one being. Titans couldn't have existed before that because that was the start of reality. Unless there's a huge retcon, in which case, just screw Mortal Kombat 11 retcons and writing. Just bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode of Discord suggestions. If you want your idea picked, then make sure to join my Discord server. Link will be in the description below. And go into the channel that says video ideas and just type out whatever your idea or suggestion is, and I'll get to it later down the line. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see my future content, make sure you're subscribed and have the notification bell turned on. And if you want to see this video recommended to others, then make sure to give it a like. And with that being said, that's it for this video, my fellow oddities. I'll see you next time.